Hey, this is Tokyo State of Mind, and we are back this week to have passionate talks about life in Japan. As you know, we're the podcast that is rebellious and full of adventurous spirit that provides you with passion talks to make you feel the best about your life in Japan and about yourself. We're here to share the inspiration and deep conversations with our amazing guests. And today we have a very passionate musician from a rock band called Ginger May that came today to share her story. So, hello.
Hi, my name is Tanya. Nice to meet you. I am a member of Ginger May band. What I can say about my band, we play. I think that we play something like industrial rock, electronic rock. We are trying to mix a lot of genres together. Yeah, so that's the band. That's our music.
Yeah, thank you for telling more about your band. I checked out like your profile and your music, and I think it's really
Thank
amazing
you,
how.
by the way.
Yes, I think it's really amazing how you and your husband you started this band and you experiment a lot with different genres. I definitely cannot pin down like that your music to just one genre because you guys doing so
Well,
many.
we never wanted to stop in like one genre. That's exactly. We really want to experiment, and we are going to do it more and more. And I hope we can talk about that today.
That's amazing. Yeah. So first of all, we're really happy to have you on the podcast, and we're very curious about.
Me too.
So this is the question that we always ask our guests first. Tell your story about how you got here to Japan. What brings you here?
Well, first of all, I've never planned to be in Japan. I've never dreamed about it actually, because I think I'm more like a Western person. So I always wanted to live somewhere in Europe. I was born in Vladivostok. Maybe you know it's quite near Japan, and it's very like sort of Asian city, to be honest,
Really?
because there are a lot of Asian people live, and for us, for people from Vladivostok, it's quite normal. You know, when you go on the street and you see Asian person, it's like okay, like nothing to do. A lot of Chinese people, a lot of Koreans as well. Actually, we have a big Korean community there in Vladivostok, and a lot of tourists and from Japan as well. So to be honest, I've never felt it's like somewhere I wanted to live. So after graduated, I moved to Moscow and I spent there quite a lot of time. And I've started this project actually in Moscow. I mean, I used to have another band in Vladivostok. We were quite popular in Vladivostok, of course, as an underground project. We also had our album, but somehow it was a time to move on, you know. So yeah, then I realized that it would be better for me if I move somewhere else. So I decided to move to Moscow. There I met my future. It's not already future, but well, that time it was future colleague. Her name is Marlene, and we created this project together. We plan to make something like electronic gothic band, something like that. More oriented to European scene, not really Asian. Then we really had a lot of struggles to find a suitable guitarist for this band. And somehow online, on the internet, we met my future producer and husband.
That's amazing.
And we started this project together. He just played online. He played for us. He recorded guitars. And then somehow, I don't know how did it happen, but we decided to meet and have fun together, play music together. And then we realized that we can't actually spend time separated. So that's why I'm in Japan right now.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so inspiring. And you know, like I'm a musician myself. Like I play guitar and I sing and
Yeah, I can see guitar there.
right?
Is it yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, great.
That's mine.
We can play together.
Yeah. And I understand that like for the music, you need to have the musical compatibility. It's so important.
Exactly.
Even if you both are super talented, and for example, like you're a guitarist and the vocal, you love the person's voice, you still will not be compatible. Like there should
Exactly,
be some
totally.
energy, right?
Totally. I think for me it's important to have chemistry between band members.
Exactly. Yeah.
And to be honest, I've never wanted to do solo project because I'm not really like a solo person. I always had bands in my life. I've been part of few bands at least. And for me, when I met producer, so Satoshi, uh, my husband now, it was like so amazing, like a chemistry, not only like chemistry between man and woman, but also
Like
like,
souls.
yes,
Yeah.
like creative chemistry. It was amazing. So actually that's why we make music together, we make lyric together. So yeah, most of Ginger May materials belongs to us, so we make it together.
So you own your creations. It's amazing.
Yes, at our home, for example, we have our studio. Basically, most of our time we spend, just playing music. That's how
That's
we
so
enjoy.
cool.
That's the family, our family at least.
That's really cool. And I think when I was looking through the songs, like there was one song that definitely caught my attention.
Tell me. I'm curious.
Yeah,
I like
it
to talk
was,
about our songs.
Girls Crying, and you wrote about the song that this one came from a very like painful place and something that you felt like you wanted to. There was a strong message that they want to share with other girls, and I really liked how you described that this song is not a sad one, but it's more a positive message. Can you tell more about it?
Well, first of all of my solo songs, which I made, you can check from our CD on our pages which song belongs to whom. Um, the how explain these feelings? I passed through them. It's like there always been struggles. I've never write a song about something I've never experienced in my life. Uh, it's like you can't really make a song. I mean, yeah, maybe somebody can. Some songwriters they can do that, but it's not really worked. Never worked for me, to be honest. So if something touch my feelings, my soul, I just want to talk about it. I want to open the subject more, and that's how the song appeared. I've never spent the time, to make exactly some of the song. I've never had it in my life like, oh, let's make a song about, I don't know, for example, racism. If I've never experienced that, how I can make this song? But I always wanted to share something I can I have experienced with, something I can share with other people. So first of all, if you want to talk about this song, "The Girls Are Crying," let's back to the subject. Um, it really happened in my life. I think for all girls will understand.
Yes,
Maybe
I
everybody
think it happened to every girl.
Yeah, I think so. To every girl. So first of all, I'm a feminist, and I wanted to share my feelings with other girls. I wanted to give some supporting message that they're not alone. So don't really care about what happened. Just you should uh, leave the subject and move on.
That's very inspiring. Exactly.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I think I definitely can relate to what you're saying. Like, how can you? It's really hard to sing or produce a song that is not related to your experience because it doesn't feel natural. And I think what a lot of people really misunderstand about musicians is that if you're a musician, it doesn't mean that you should sing. You can sing every song, and that you can sing in every like key, because you have your own key, you have your own genre, and you have your own attachment to certain topics. So you can be really great at one songs, but at the same time you can really be bad at others because they're not yours.
Totally true. I can't say anything about that except you said yes, it's definitely 100%.
Hey, did you see our subscribers? Oh, you are our subscriber. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button, plus leave the comments so Tokyo State of Mind can create more great content for you. Enjoy your video. So far, you've been like here in Japan for how many years?
I think like 7 years or
7 years.
so. But to be honest, I've always had time to back to my country, uh, my hometown, Vladivostok, because they're my parents, and I really want to visit them often. So I can't say that I whole year I spent here in Japan, except this year. Of course, you understand why, because of Corona. I think I back to my hometown like 2 times in a year, and I spend there 2 3 months. So I can't really say I live in Japan whole 7 years. I think half of the year basically I spent in my country as well.
I see.
It's very important because there I can find some inspiration, to be honest.
Back home.
Yes, because my hometown is a seaport, and it's very. Sometimes you can find quiet place there. It's much better. It's more united to nature. So for me, it's like some peaceful place where I can back. Because here in Tokyo, it's a little bit hard to find some place where you can stay alone and find some powers inside you, some inspiration. So yeah, for me, it's really safe place to back home always.
That's very true. Like I think even the nature is very, very different. The air
Yeah.
and the atmosphere. So it's
As you know, here in Japan, even if you go out of Tokyo, it's like everywhere like Shizen. But in Russia, everything is wild. Sometimes I feel that's what I need. Something
the wild spirit.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So I was wondering, like, you had this journey with your band, and you were mostly like all your activities are here in Japan. What do you
Yes.
think is the best part of doing music here and the worst part?
Oh, that's $100 million question, I think.
That's what we need.
First of all, it's Tokyo. It's a center of Japan. A lot of musicians live here, and everybody enjoy music. And it's quite easy to find uh, how you call it, band member, somebody who can play with you, somebody who can join project. It's much easier to organize or create any project here. Beg your pardon. And I know a lot of foreign musicians here in Tokyo who actually have bands like uh, only contains foreign people, and I think it's actually amazing, because for that you don't need to play something like J-rock, exactly Japanese music. So they just play their own type of music and they enjoy it. It's really nice. So that's what I think really nice about being a musician in Japan. What about hardest moments? Well, a lot of. First of all, um, I think there's a big difference between underground, uh, Japanese underground scene and, for example, European or maybe American underground scene or even Russian underground scene. Like, I don't think that indie projects have any like big future, unfortunately, here in Japan. It doesn't matter Tokyo or not Tokyo, but mm, most of music here in Japan belongs to uh, like a commercial project. That's what all musicians need to understand. I mean, of course, musicians who live here, they know that, I bet. But the people who wants to move in Japan and promote their music here, they need to understand that being indie musician here in Japan, it's not really easy. A lot of struggles. For example, even play somewhere on the stage, underground band or indie band, they need to pay. I mean, normally in other countries, venues pay musician, but not here in Japan. So the band in Japan need to pay some money to participate in some event, which is really not good because you never know how many people you can bring. Besides, the venues, they don't do any promotions for the band. All promotions must be done by that band who is going to participate. And yeah, it's pretty hard because I found that it's really hard to do promotion and music at the same time because it's
Exactly.
totally different areas. And sometimes I want to concentrate only on making music and playing music, and I want to concentrate how to perform because we do a lot of shows actually. But at the same time, I need to think about how to promote this or that live show, how to spend money. I mean, how much I can spend, and so on, so on. And why do I need to spend, a lot of money for that, which is normally venues should do. So yeah, it's pretty hard from the other side to be a musician in Japan. But of course, all musicians, Japanese and foreign musicians who here in Japan, of course, they know that. And I'm totally sure they agree with me because often we talk about it if we meet in that or that event. Yeah, this is the biggest problem.
I see. Yeah, that's really interesting that I heard that equipment and transportation, everything is also, it can be really expensive because
Yes, yes.
that can be very quite burdensome for a lot
And
of people
even
here.
such a simple thing like a studio where you practice, where we practice, of course you need to pay for that, but the studios are so small, and because of that you can't really hear good sounds during your playing. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's also I can understand that, like, relate to your struggle in terms of you're a musician, you want to focus on your art, and sometimes like
Exactly.
it's you want to focus on your art, but at the same time you need the promotion, so it looks like you need a separate team actually to do it for you,
Yeah.
which can be, I guess, pretty like challenging to find right here.
Oh, I had experience of being musician in Russia, and to be honest, we've never done any promotion there. All promotion did by it other like promoters um, who invite band. So because basically they got like whole money from the audience. I mean, from the tickets sales and so on, and or by club who also invite you, and only if you invite just friends. I mean, being musician and inviting just friends, it's also nice. Still club will pay the musicians, but here is totally different.
Do you know why is it like that here? Is it the culture here?
Yeah, I think so because, well, as I already said before, most of music Japan in Japan belongs to commercial
Do you mean the
project.
idol groups?
Yes, like idols and so on. So uh, I don't know how to explain this. It's like a phenomenon. It's only here in Japan what has happened. Of course, they make more money. They just gather most of people together. They have a great promotions and so on, so on. So of course there are like live venues. I mean clubs who want to invite indie musician, but they don't really have money to run this place. So that's why they don't have any choice than to take money from musicians. It's like, two
Yeah,
sides
I see.
of the moon.
But nevertheless, you guys are still like creating your music and doing the lives. Do you think, what is the element of your band that keeps you moving forward and just experimenting with indie music no matter what?
Oh, you know Chekhov, right? He said one day, if you cannot write, just stop writing, something like that. So, unfortunately, I think we can't stop. That's all. We can't stop making music. It's like something. I have a lot of songs, and how they came to my mind, I just wake up in the morning, for example, take a shower, and I got song in my head. I mean, I've never sit and write the song. Oh, here should be this chord. Here should be this lyric. No, it just came to me accidentally. Whole songs just popped up in my mind, and I wish I could stop doing this, but I can't. I mean, I wish I could live normal life, but I can't. So, and thankfully, my partner, uh, he's with me on this side, And every time when he listens something new melody from me, he just, oh my God, this is amazing. Let's make this song. And tada, we already got an album.
That's so cool. You seems like you have a very supporting person. I think,
Yeah, I've been lucky.
yeah, that's
We've been
amazing.
lucky.
For all this time being here and playing music and just experiencing life here. So what do you think are the biggest lessons that you've learned?
Well, actually, a lot of lessons I think I've learned. First of all, just stand for yourself, protect your own interest. It's very important, and never give up. I think this is the most important, which I've learned of being here. Because, for example, I have some friends, also indie musicians, who tried to be part of commercial projects, but somehow it didn't get well, really. Uh, and some of them actually quit music and maybe even move back to the country. But, well, what I can say, never give up. Of course, also I know some other musicians who never give up, and actually they have really nice music career even here in Japan, which is really hard. I think so. But yeah, always stand for your uh, feelings.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. I cannot agree more. I think it's always like a struggle for a lot of artists. Is like you either do your art or you just like go with the flow and try. And there's always like the thing that people try to make you mainstream and just do something that's already proven as a successful path. And I think that
I say to get a hype.
yeah. And I think a lot of even very successful bands, they had to go through this journey at some point.
Well, as a musician, you always can try to sign a contract to some commercial label, but you need to understand that for that label will ask you maybe to change a lot in your band, maybe to change your voice, maybe to change your band members, maybe to change your music completely. So just think, are you ready for that or not? I wasn't ready for that. Just I had the time like this and I wasn't ready to change something in my music, because in this case our music wouldn't be ours, right? It wouldn't be really our personal emotional creativity thing. It would be just some commercial project.
Right. And what do you think does Ginger May stands for as a band?
First of all, I feel I have some message to say. I don't know how it came to me. I've never created it by myself, like a message in my head, but sometimes I've got a feeling that I have to say something to other people, that sometimes I can maybe help them or heal them, because I believe that music can fix you.
Yes.
If something happened bad, what do? You just listen music, right?
Or you sing.
No, or you sing, but still it's music, right? um, so sometimes I feel that I have to say something, that maybe my music, my lyrics can help to fix somebody's soul, maybe to heal somebody's depression, to move forward. That's, I think, what we stand for. Maybe that's why we just do what we do. We never wanted to sign to some commercial label. We are not ready, well, at least right now. I don't know about the future, but right now we are not ready to change, especially our songs. And actually, maybe that's why we created our own labels. And a part of Ginger May, we actually help other indie musicians to find their sound as well.
That's so cool. So it's like you're mentoring others.
Well, not really mentoring. The music, it's like, um, to be honest, I don't do anything. I just do the Ginger May project. But for example, our producer is my husband. Together, we decided to create a label, not only to make Ginger May sound, but also to help other musicians. So a part of Ginger May Satoshi Higashida also make a like arrangement, mixing, and other producer job for some other bands. And he will be happy to meet new bands as well. So yes, if you're a musician, please welcome.
Yeah.
Our band, it's like, I mean, our label doesn't require anything. Yeah.
You're just like very welcoming, happy place
Yes.
for new musicians. It's amazing. So so far I was also interested, like besides having this adventurous music life here, what do you think is really exciting for you about life in Japan?
Well, everything exciting in Japan, especially when you come here first time, right? Everybody know that. It's such a peaceful place, such a clean place, beautiful nature. Yeah, everything. When I came here first time, I thought I found my peace here. I was enjoying this for quite a long time, like few years. But then we got a lot of struggles with our music here in Japan, which I've never experienced in my life, being musician in another country. So yeah, or maybe I just got used to living in Japan, Yeah.
Yeah, I think it happens to all of us. Like we
True.
just become so like at some point I feel kind of like spoiled, like, oh, okay, it's already, I'm already used to that, so it's not exciting anymore. I need to find something else. And
Well, you always can go to other country, to forget Japan a little bit.
and find new adventures.
Yeah.
And then appreciate Japan back again. Thank you for sharing your story and giving this amazing advices, which I'm pretty sure will be very useful to our listeners. There are a lot of creative people. Some of our podcast listeners are also musicians. So if you guys have any questions to Tanya, we're gonna put the links below, and we'll tag her on our posts. And definitely check out Ginger May's music. Support them.
I also would like to add in the end that a part of our real scene, I mean, how you call it, like live venue places, which finally start happening in Japan again. We also have a lot of online projects. You can visit our official YouTube channel and check it out. For example, the next one we're gonna have very soon, in 2 weeks, in November 15th is gonna be. It's completely different with Ginger May, because a part of Ginger May we also make oldies project. We play music of 50s and 60s. It's really amazing. Just if you like music like we do, please join our channel so you can watch it with us and enjoy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I also want to check it out.
Yes, please. It
sounds nice. Sounds nice. Thank you so much. We hope this story inspired you and gave some useful insight. Please share this video with your friends, like tag us, and don't forget to leave the comments to let us know how you feel about this episode and what kind of topic you want us to cover next time. And we're gonna see you next week as always.